The ambulance screeched to a halt. Sirens still wailed, but something stood in their path. A golden retriever, soaked, trembling, and barking desperately. The driver honked, but the dog didn't move. Instead, it ran a few steps ahead, turned back, and barked again, pleading for them to follow. "What's he doing?" The doctor muttered, eyes narrowing. Against every rule, they followed the animal into the woods. And what they found at the end of that muddy trail left every medic speechless and in tears. The sirens cut through the still morning air as the ambulance sped down the country road, its lights flashing across the empty fields. Inside, Dr. Adam leaned forward, scanning the monitor in his lap. "Next call's 20 minutes out," said Clara, the paramedic behind the wheel. "Heart attack case. We need to move fast." Adam nodded, eyes tired but focused. Every second mattered. But just as they rounded a bend, Clara slammed the brakes. The ambulance jolted to a stop, tires screeching against the wet asphalt. In front of them stood a golden retriever, soaked and trembling, blocking the road. Its fur was matted with mud, its eyes wild with desperation. "Is it hurt?" Adam muttered. Clara honked the horn, but the dog didn't move. Instead, it barked frantically, darting to the side, then back again, as if trying to tell them something. "Something's wrong," Adam said, unbuckling his seatbelt. He stepped out into the cold air, the dog barking louder now, pawing the ground before sprinting down a side path. Adam turned back to Clara. "It's not lost," he said quietly. "It wants us to follow." And for reasons he couldn't explain, they did. The golden retriever sprinted ahead, splashing through puddles as its paws kicked up mud. Every few steps, it turned back, barking desperately, pleading for the ambulance to keep following. Clara gripped the steering wheel, eyes wide. "This is crazy," she muttered. "We're supposed to be heading east, not into the woods." "Keep going," Dr. Adam said firmly, staring out the windshield. "That dog's leading us somewhere." Branches whipped against the sides of the ambulance as they veered off the main road. The rain thickened, blurring the world outside into streaks of gray. Through the wipers, Adam could barely make out the golden blur darting between trees. Then the dog disappeared around a bend. Clara slowed, headlights slicing through the mist. For a few heartbeats, there was nothing but the sound of rain and the hum of the engine. Then, a bark, sharp and echoing, somewhere up ahead. "There," Adam pointed. The dog stood at the edge of a narrow dirt path, soaked and shivering, barking toward the forest as if urging them to hurry. Clara hesitated only a moment before steering toward it. "All right, buddy," she whispered. "Lead the way." Neither of them knew they were driving straight toward a miracle. The path narrowed, the ground slick with rain and mud. The ambulance lights cut through the darkness as Clara slowed to a stop. The golden retriever ran ahead, barking wildly at something hidden beyond the trees. The doctor. Adam jumped out, flashlight in hand. "Stay here," he shouted over the storm. The beam of light swept across the soaked earth, then stopped at a car lay half submerged in a ditch, its front end crushed against a tree. Steam hissed from the hood. The windshield was shattered, and through the cracks, Adam saw movement. A woman slumped over the steering wheel, her face pale, motionless. "Oh my God," Clara gasped, rushing to his side. The dog was already there, whining, its paws scratching helplessly at the door. "This is what he was trying to show us," Adam said quietly, his voice shaking. He pressed 2 fingers to the woman's neck. Pulse, weak, but there. He turned to Clara. "Get the stretcher. She's still alive." The dog barked once, almost as if it understood. It stood guard as the paramedics worked, tail low, eyes locked on its owner. As they pulled her from the wreckage, the dog refused to move away, trembling but resolute. When the ambulance doors finally closed, the retriever jumped onto the bumper and lay there, refusing to let go. Even through the chaos, Adam whispered to himself, "You never stopped trying to save her, did you?" Rain hammered against the roof of the speeding ambulance as the wail of sirens tore through the storm. Inside, Dr. Adam leaned over the unconscious woman, his gloves slick with blood. "She's fading. Heart rate's dropping fast," he shouted. Clara tightened her grip on the steering wheel, her knuckles white. "Hang on, we're 10 minutes from St. Mary's." The golden retriever lay at the woman's feet, pressed against the stretcher, whining softly. Its fur was soaked, its eyes locked on her face as if refusing to let her slip away. "Come on, stay with me," Adam muttered, pumping her chest, counting under his breath. Each second felt like an eternity. The ECG beep slowed, then spiked faintly. Yes, that's it, come on, fight. The woman gasped suddenly, a weak, shuddering breath. Adam froze, staring at the monitor. She's back. Clara exhaled sharply, relief washing over her face. Tell me she's stable. Barely, Adam said. But she's fighting. As the ambulance screeched into the hospital bay, nurses rushed out with a gurney. But before they could move her, the retriever barked once, a low, trembling sound that made everyone pause. Adam placed a hand on its head. You did it, boy. You saved her. For the first time that night, the dog wagged its tail, weakly, as if exhausted from carrying the weight of love itself. The sterile glow of the hospital corridor contrasted sharply with the storm outside. Hours had passed since the ambulance arrived, yet the golden retriever refused to leave the emergency room doors. Every time someone walked by, he lifted his head, tail twitching with hope, waiting for the one face he longed to see. Doctor. Adam stepped out of the ICU, exhaustion written across his face. She's stable, he told the nurse softly. She made it. The dog's ears perked up as if he understood. When Adam looked down, he couldn't help but smile. You really don't need words, do you, buddy? The hospital staff gathered around the loyal dog, touched by his silent vigil. One nurse brought a blanket. Another set down a bowl of food. But the retriever wouldn't eat. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass door where his owner lay recovering. Days passed. Nurses began calling him guardian. Children visiting patients stopped to pet him, comforted by his calm presence. He became a quiet symbol of hope in the ward, the dog who wouldn't give up. Finally, one morning, a soft voice broke the silence from inside the room. Buddy? The dog's head snapped up. His tail wagged furiously as he pressed his paws to the glass. Doctor. Adam smiled, whispering, she's awake. And in that moment, everyone in the hallway felt it, the kind of miracle only love could summon. Sunlight poured softly through the hospital windows, casting golden light across the white sheets. The young woman stirred, blinking as her vision focused on the familiar figure sitting near her bed, her golden retriever, tail wagging slowly, eyes brimming with relief. Buddy, she whispered weakly, her voice trembling. The dog let out a low whine. Then, as if breaking weeks of silence, leapt gently onto the bed, pressing his head against her chest. Nurses rushed forward but stopped when they saw her hands clutching his fur, tears streaming down her face. Doctor. Adam watched from the doorway, a smile tugging at his lips. He never left her side, a nurse whispered. Not for a second. The woman turned to the doctor. You followed him? She asked softly. Adam nodded. He blocked our ambulance. Wouldn't move until we did. He led us straight to you. Her eyes filled again, but this time with gratitude. She buried her face in a buddy's neck, whispering, You saved my life. The room fell silent. Everyone watching the reunion unfold. Pure, wordless love filling the air. Doctor. Adam placed a gentle hand on the dog's head. Some heroes wear uniforms, he said quietly. Others just have four paws and a heart that never gives up. And as Buddy curled beside his owner, the world outside carried on. But inside that room, love had rewritten the ending.